Quick disclaimer before the video starts. All the footage that you see during this video is of real footage from Operation Husky. Thank you and enjoy the video.
Welcome back to Real Life Heroes, where we travel the world and interview hundreds of people and ask about their experiences. Today on this episode of Real Life Heroes, we're going to be talking to a World War II veteran. He served for 4 years in the military and was present for the campaign to invade Sicily and Italy to remove the presence of the Axis powers. Very nice to meet you, Alejandro. Let me start off by saying thank you for your service. We are all very grateful.
Thank you. It's very nice to be here.
If you don't mind, I'd like to ask a few questions about your experiences on the battlefield. What was your rank and position in your regiment?
I was, at the time, a private second class, and I was placed in the 45th Infantry Division.
What theater were you stationed in?
I was stationed in the European theater of war, but I fought numerous battles outside of Europe.
What was it like having to fight in a foreign area, especially an area as far as Italy and the island of Sicily?
Overall, it was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced. When you're thousands of miles away from home and you're fighting for your life in a country you've never been to, it really does damage. I spent my nights not sleeping comfortably, but staying on watch to make sure we weren't ambushed and killed. I am extremely lucky that I made it out alive.
Can you describe your personal experience on those first hours in the island of Sicily?
Landing on the beaches of Sicily, I felt like every day was my last. We landed under heavy fire that didn't seem to end. Personally, the first hours of the invasion felt like forever, but fortunately, we conquered vast majorities of what was once Nazi-ruled ports and towns.
We all know that Operation Husky was a bloodbath for both the Allies and Axis powers. Did you experience any injuries during the harsh fighting? How did you feel?
When we were, say, 500 yards offshore of the coast of Sicily, I remember it like it was yesterday. We were being bombed, shot at, everything. The only thing you could do was put your head down and pray. Me and my fellow soldiers were trapped in a metal box, being shot at. It was horrible. Yes, I did experience some injuries when charging up the shore. I could barely hear due to bombs almost rupturing my eardrums. I still have trouble hearing to this day. I was shot. Lucky for me, it was in the foot and not other places where it could have been lethal, but I still walk with a limp. The worst injury wasn't physical, though. It was seeing my friends and brothers killed while fighting.
How long did your specific regiment fight for?
We fought for about a week. We were stationed away from other units who unfortunately fought for longer periods of time.
Rumors are that the Americans and British had a little bit of a competition to see who can reach the port of Messina first. Is this true?
Well, there was always a bit of a rivalry between us and the Brits. It was more of a friendly competition, though. We were all fighting for the same cause.
Lastly, how do you feel about World War II? What is your overall opinion on the event?
World War II, to me, was the most inhumane event that ever occurred, but necessary at the same time. The Holocaust, atomic bombs, and countless deaths of millions of not only soldiers, but innocent civilians as well, affected all nations of the world to this day. I look back at these events with sorrow, yet pride, for what we accomplished as a democracy, but hope a disastrous event like this never needs to happen again.
I really appreciate you being here, Alejandro, and once again, thank you for your service.
Thank you for having me.